Hey friends, this is Miss Davis from the Devonshire Library. I miss you guys so much, and I am so super excited to have this opportunity to read with you because you guys know Miss Davis is always wild about reading. So the book I have for you today has a wild animal in it, and its name is Epossumondas. Can you say that?
Epossumondas.
So you hear a little helper in the background. That little helper is my nephew. His name is Matthew. I'll show a picture of him to you at the end. So we're going to read the book Epossumondas by Colleen Sally, and it's illustrated by Janet Stevens.
Mr. Pie? I don't understand this movie.
Epossumondas.
He's wearing a diaper.
Yes, he is wearing a diaper. But remember, in order for Auntie to read, you have to be what?
Quiet.
Quiet, yes. Epossumondas was his mama and his auntie's sweetie little patootie, and they just loved him to death. So that's Epossumondas' mommy, and he has his binky in his mouth, and his auntie. He's really lucky. He has people who really love him. Epossumondas used to go to his auntie's almost every day, and he almost always took something home with him. One day, she gave Epossumondas a golden piece of cake. Epossumondas took that cake and he put it in his hand, and he scrunched it and scrunched it and scrunched it and held it up tight and went along home. Is that how we take care of cake, Matthew? We scrunch it up really tight? No. Is that going to be tasty when he gets to the house?
No.
No, I don't think so. Let's see what happens. On his way home, he passed an alligator, and the alligator said, "What you got, Epossumondas?" "Cake," replied Epossumondas. Don't look much like cake to me," said the alligator. Does that look like cake to you guys, friends? Definitely doesn't look like cake to Miss Davis. Not the kind I like to eat. When Epossumondas got home, his mama took one look at that fistful of cake crumbs, and she said, "Epossumondas, what do you have in your hands?" "Cake, Mama. Auntie gave it to me," said Epossumondas. Can you see all those cake crumbs in his hands? Oh my goodness, does that look tasty? Not at all. "Oh, Epossumondas," said Mama, "you don't have the sense that you were born with. That's not how you carry cake. The way you carry cake is you take that cake and you put it on your hat, and you put the hat on top of your head, and you come along home. Do you hear me, Epossumondas?" "Yes, ma'am," said Epossumondas. Well, by and by, Epossumondas went to visit his auntie again, and this time she gave him a pound of freshly churned butter to take home with him. So Epossumondas put that butter on his head, he put that hat on his head, and he went along home. Matthew, what do you think is going to happen to that butter that's on top of his head?
I don't know.
You don't know? Let's see. Do you think it's going to be a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's going to be a bad thing.
I think it's going to be a bad thing, too. See, you see the butter?
Yeah.
And he's going to put the butter up under his hat, put the hat on his head, and he's coming along home. Now, he's trying to do what Mama told him to do, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Oh, my goodness. What's happening to the butter, Matthew?
It's dripping.
It's dripping. It started melting, didn't it? Oh, my goodness. Well, on his way home, he passed a raccoon, and the raccoon said, "What you got, Epossumondas?" "Butter," he replied. Don't look like butter to me," said the raccoon. Oh my goodness, what's he covered in, Matthew?
Peanut butter.
Just not peanut butter, but just butter. When Epossumondas got home, his mama looked at him and said, "Epossumondas, what do you have on that hat?" "Butter, Mama. Auntie gave it to me." "Oh, Epossumondas," said Mama, "you don't have the sense that you were born with. That's not how you carry butter. You carry butter, you wrap it up in some leaves, and you wrap it, and you wrap it, and you wrap it, and then you cool it down in the brook, and you cool it, and you cool it, and you cool it, and then you bring it on home. Do you hear me, Epossumondas?" "Yes, Mama," said Epossumondas. So by and by another day, when Epossumondas was visiting his auntie, this time she gave him a puppy to carry home. Oh my goodness. She gave him a puppy. What do you think he's going to do to that puppy? Do you know what he's going to do, Matthew? All right, well, let's find out. So Epossumondas wrapped the puppy up in some leaves, and he took the puppy to the brook, and he cooled him in the water, and he cooled him in the water, and he cooled him in the water. And then he came on along home. Do we think Mama's going to be happy when she sees this puppy? No, I don't think Mama's going to be happy when she sees this puppy. Let's see what happens. On his way home, he passed a nutria. And the nutria said, "What you got, Epossumondas?" "A puppy," said Epossumondas. "Auntie gave it to me." "That doesn't look like a puppy to me," said the nutria. Oh my goodness, look at that puppy. Oh, poor puppy. All wrapped up in leaves, and looks like he has, oh my goodness, Epossumondas is trying to hold him up. He's so heavy and wet. Oh, I don't think Mama's going to be happy when she sees this puppy. What do you think, Matthew? You don't know? Matthew said he doesn't know. What do you think? Do you think Mommy will be happy if he brings that puppy in the house like that? Matthew's mommy is a veterinarian. Is this how we take care of puppies, Matthew? No. So Matthew's mommy takes care of animals. She is an animal doctor. Well, when Epossumondas' mommy saw that puppy, sorry friends, I had some stuff that started falling over. When Epossumondas' mama saw that poor little beragged puppy, she put her hands on her head and she said, "Oh, Epossumondas, what do you have in your hands?" "A puppy, Mama," said Epossumondas.
What's that? It's a possum.
"Oh, Epossumondas, you don't have the sense that you were born with. That's not how you carry a puppy. You take a string and you tie the string around the puppy's neck, and then you come along home. Do you hear me, Epossumondas?" "Yes, Mama," said Epossumondas. Well, by and by on another day, Epossumondas went visiting his auntie. But this time she gave him a fresh piece of bread. So Epossumondas took that piece of string, tied it around the piece of bread, and he came along home. Oh my goodness. Friends, look at this bread. The bread is just being dragged along. I don't think that that's going to be tasty bread by the time it gets to the house. On his way home, Epossumondas passed an armadillo. And the armadillo said, "Epossumondas, what's that you got?" Epossumondas said, "A loaf of bread. My auntie gave it to me." And the armadillo said, "That doesn't look like a loaf of bread to me." Uh-oh. Well, Epossumondas kept dragging that loaf of bread on home. Well, when Epossumondas got home, his mama looked at the end of that string and she said, "Epossumondas, what do you have on the end of that string?" "Bread, Mama," said Epossumondas. "Auntie gave it to me." Is Mama happy? Absolutely not.
He needs to listen to his mom.
Well, he's trying to listen to his mommy, but unfortunately what his mommy is telling him to do is a little too hard for him because he's little, right? Sometimes our parents can give us directions and it can be difficult. We got to keep trying and we got to ask for new directions sometimes.
Just like I'm still little, I don't even know how to listen. Just keep hitting my friends at school.
Oh, sometimes it's difficult when we're at school.
Yeah, I don't think I should go to school anymore because it's so hard for me.
Well, I think you should still go to school because you are so smart, but you just got to make sure you're following the school rules. But we're going to get back to our story. "Oh," Epossumondas said, "Mama, you don't have the sense that you were born with. Epossumondas, that's not how you carry bread. I'm not going to let you go see your auntie anymore because you just keep getting in trouble." And Epossumondas' mama got her basket and decided to go to Auntie's house on her own. But before she left, she said, "Epossumondas, do you see those 6 pies cooling on the steps?" "Yes, ma'am," said Epossumondas. "Well, Epossumondas, you be careful about not stepping on those pies. Do you hear me?" "Yes, ma'am. Now I'm going to visit your auntie." And that is just what Epossumondas did. He carefully stepped in every one of those pies. Oh, poor Epossumondas. That friend just had the hardest time trying to follow those directions. I have really enjoyed reading with you guys. This again is Epossumondas by Colleen Sally and it's illustrated by Janet Stevens. I want to introduce you to the little person that you heard talking in the background. Come here, Matthew. So I decided I wanted to read outside for a while. This is Matthew. Say hello.
Hello.
This is my nephew. Tell him how old you are.
I'm 5 years old.
He's 5 years old and he is visiting us from Virginia. Why are you visiting us, Matthew? What's special happening at your house?
I have a baby.
A baby what?
Noel.
A baby sister named Noel
What?
who will be here in a few days. So we are super duper excited about baby Noel coming. And I'm also super duper excited to have Matthew here. So he's ready to get down and take off. Guys, I have had the best time reading our book with you, Epossumondas. And I look forward to reading with you another day. So until next time, bye-bye.